Another significant drain on family paychecks is energy costs. Air conditioning, electricity, gasoline, and the food that you buy. These are life's daily necessities. And when their prices go up, your paycheck effectively goes down. And when energy prices go up, the people who are already struggling are hit the hardest. That's not fair. The truth is, energy prices don't have to be as high as they are. We can drive them down with an energy policy that develops domestic resources in an environmentally sensitive manner while pursuing renewable energy sources for a sustainable energy future. A bold energy strategy includes domestic exploration, conservation, and development of a variety of renewable sources like wind, solar, geothermal, and biofuels. This way, everyone wins. If government leaders truly care about the Americans they are paid to represent, they'll work to keep the cost of energy as low as possible while also keeping our air and water clean. Instead of depending on foreign energy, we can get oil and natural gas right here at home. The US and Canada are sitting on the largest oil and natural gas reserves in the world, over 1 trillion barrels of proven energy reserves. The Keystone Pipeline, awaiting President Obama's approval, will safely transport oil from the shale oil fields of Canada to the refineries of the southern United States. This will help keep energy resources within our hemisphere, provide a major source of affordable energy, and reduce our dependence on Middle Eastern oil. In addition, it will create tens of thousands of American jobs. If the pipeline isn't built, the oil is still going to be transported across the United States, but by using riskier modes, such as trucks and rail transport. Pipelines are 5 times safer than rail transport, and nearly 500 times safer than trucking. And both rail and truck use more energy to transport less fuel. Among these options, a pipeline is the best way to move this fuel. If we refuse to approve the pipeline, the Canadians are still going to extract and transport the oil. By approving the Keystone Pipeline, we can assure that the oil is transported by the safest, most environmentally friendly means. That's what we should be aiming to do. Additionally, land owned by the federal government has rich energy deposits of valuable oil shale, enough to provide Americans with 140 years of electricity. But the Obama administration won't allow this energy source to be tapped. Oil and natural gas production on federal lands is down by more than 40% compared to 10 years ago. While some in Washington would present Americans with the false choice between protecting the environment and creating jobs, it's been proven that we can do both safely. That's why we should expand safe offshore energy using proven technology and increase energy production on federal lands. Natural gas is another abundant and affordable domestic energy source. It's clean, too. In recent years, U.S. greenhouse emissions have fallen, due in large part to power plants switching from clean coal to natural gas. Speaking of clean coal, it's another fossil fuel that's cheap and plentiful. Right now, it provides about half of the nation's electricity and more than 760,000 American jobs. Developing sustainable energy sources is important. We should use the energy resources we have now while we build a bridge to a more sustainable energy future. Our energy portfolio should include not only traditional sources of energy, but also renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and biomass. Tax incentives encourage the use of alternative energy sources as the technology is developed and improved, bringing America closer to something that has eluded us for decades: energy independence. What government should not do is throw money at wasteful projects or reward companies because of their political involvement. Unfortunately, the Obama administration has made some ill-advised investments of taxpayer dollars into sustainable energy companies with unsustainable business practices. Solyndra, the bankrupt manufacturer of solar panels, is the most famous example, but it isn't the only one. We can attain energy self-sufficiency while practicing good stewardship of our land, air, and water. We must diversify our energy sources and strive to deliver abundant, affordable, clean energy to the American people.